guys, my name is Mimi Namani, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome again. Thank you for coming back. Today's video is going to be like me and you's conversation. It's not the regular vlog and other stuff. I just want to talk to you guys about something that's been troubling me to talk about, but I need to make it clear that the conversation I'm about to have is not one that I have figured out, because the whole point of the channel is figuring out our 20s, figuring out life. It's just that I'm still in my 20s. The conversation we're going to have is basically a feeling that I'm currently going through. I haven't spoken to some other people. I know that I'm not the only one going through this. Like, there are so many other people that are going through this as well. I'm not just teaching, I'm going to be taking my own advice for this conversation. So I don't know if you've ever been in a stage in your life where you felt like you weren't doing enough, or you were stuck, or useless, basically. I'm trying to use every single word that I can come up with that I felt in the phase of my life that I got all these feelings. Sometimes I felt stuck. Sometimes I felt like I was not good enough. And sometimes I felt like I was wasting my time. And it came with this anxious and panicky feeling. But no matter how much panic I feel, I just could not bring myself to do anything about it. In my head, I'm supposed to be like this person that has accomplished a lot, especially because I was seeing like my peers and they were doing good, they were doing well for themselves, but that wasn't the case for me. It was very heartbreaking that sometimes I just burst out in tears, but after crying, I don't do nothing again because I did not know what to do. Like, I would feel so overwhelmed, but what it would result me to doing was not try to figure out what to do with my life, but me ending up watching Netflix. But I'm very sure that I'm not the only person in this situation. The crazy thing is, I would go on TikTok and search for what other girls are doing. And then I would see people ask questions like, as a 20-something-year-old, what are you doing right now? You will see me scroll through the comment section and I just see weird things like pink. I have no idea what pink is. And then when I open the same TikTok or Instagram, I'm seeing people do like so much things. And then I think they just make it worse and be like, how I became a so-and-so in so-and-so industry at the age of 21. And in my mind, I'm like, time is going. But guess what? I would still not do anything that day. I tried learning a course like UI UX. I could not bring myself to see through because things were always coming up and they were legit reasons. Like, they were genuinely legit reasons, and I would just fall off along the way and then be back to my position of not knowing what to do and not doing enough. And I feel like I was feeling all of these things because my parents have sent me to school. I'm very sure this is like the situation for most African parents, where they train their children in hopes that when their children are older, they will train them. Now, I'm not bringing enough money to send back home, to leave home. So, what's that saying again? You leave home to what?
Feed home.
Oh, you leave home to feed home. But I've left home now. I'm not feeding home. I feel like all this feeling was caused by the fact that there's an expectation from society, there's a self-expectation from ourselves because of one reason or the other. For me, it was wanting to be able to take care of my parents after they had sent me to school. But I also knew that I did not want to work in the field at which I had studied. It was a complete emotional roller coaster for me, like an unending circle, because this one that I have, that's the certificate I have, I'm not willing to use it. But at the end of the day, I also do not know what I want to do with myself. So all these are the emotions that I went through and the feelings that I felt. And a couple of things that helped me get better or get out of that depressive state was, the first one was me talking to somebody. Unfortunately for me, talking to family members doesn't really help. So my husband told me a couple of things that he felt I should have done differently, but I think because it was coming from a familiar person, it did not necessarily hit me. And then I spoke to some other of my friends. And then a certain friend actually walked me through my emotions. He was like, what you're feeling is very normal, very valid. And he had been in that position in his life at one point or the other. And he was like, think about what you really like and think about why you want to actually start doing something. There were a lot of whys, like, what do I like, first of all? And why do I like it? Can I do these things? Why? And then he did not only do that, he helped me with research that gave realistic reasons why I should not do a couple of things, or realistic reasons why I should do a couple of things. That helped. The first time he actually asked me, I think one of the things I went back with was telling him that I wanted to learn a course, and the course I wanted to learn was financial analytics. When I said it to him, he came back to me like the next day and told me the ups and downs about doing that particular course, and I'm like, But then I thought about it. I thought about the fact that I don't think I want to do a 9 to 5. I don't know if I'll be able to do a 9 to 5. So I scrapped that. And something he said that stayed with me was, think about it. Like, I expect you to take time and think about it. So this is me saying it to you guys. Take your time and think about it so that you don't get into something and then jump out of it again. Like, take your time and think about something you enjoy doing. Which is why I started doing YouTube, because I'm camera shy, but I catch myself a couple of times just yapping to myself or making videos of random things. And then when I see what vlogs are about, it's literally the same type of videos that I make. Me staying with it and understanding what I enjoy doing was one step. Now the second step for me was, when I found out what it is that I wanted to do, I decided to be more disciplined about it. Like, I made a routine about it. I also know that I'm the type of person that a routine can be overwhelming for. So I only make routines for the next day. Like, what am I going to do tomorrow? And then if it turns out that the things that I have to do tomorrow encroach to the next day, my routine starts from there. So I have like a point to start from. I'll give an example. So I recently found out that I'm supposed to have like a functioning Instagram page, and I'm trying to go into fashion modeling. And then I asked a couple of my friends that are fashion models, what do I do? How do I start getting like paid jobs? And they're like, you need to post more on Instagram, but in the niche that you want. Basically make people that would want to employ me as their fashion model know that, okay, yeah, she knows how to pose for pictures. So in a day, my routine will be pick out my clothes for the pictures that I'm going to take, make a YouTube video, edit my YouTube video, and then I decide this the previous day and then do it the next day. That next day, I decide what it is I want to do for the next day. Another thing I did was I had to let go of urgency. That's not very easy, but even right now, I still want to do everything at the same time. I'm like, oh my God, I need to make this video, make that video. Like, I know how I am with routines. I know that if it's so much, it will be overwhelming for me. But I don't know why. I still end up wanting to do things that will be overwhelming. Yeah, so take it slow. Something else that I really want to say is separate your worth from your work. You're not useless just because you've not figured out what you want to do with life. I would very much encourage that your self-worth, self-love doesn't just disappear simply because you haven't figured out what you want to do with life. And I feel like it really helped the whole process of figuring out ourselves. And you won't take less than you deserve from people just because you're in this mental situation or mental headspace. This doesn't actually mean that when we figure out something that we really want to do, we might not find ourselves in this position again. That doesn't matter. We'll start again. We'll try our possible best to be disciplined in our mindsets. Rome was not built in a day. Like, being disciplined is honestly not very easy. But the first thing I feel like we should be disciplined in is trying. Choose to show up for yourself every single day. We'll figure it out again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like we've come to the end of this conversation. If you want more of this kind of conversation, because this is definitely not going to be the end of it. I'm going to keep talking to you guys until we're all there at the top. If you really like this conversation we just had, then don't forget to like the video. If you're new, subscribe. We are literally doing this together. Like, if you're confused about something, if you would actually prefer to ask me something, you can ask in the comment section or send me a message in my DM on Instagram. So see you guys in my next video. I love you. For those of you that hate my wink, here it is.